This is a total impromptu video. I was not expecting to make it. I'm excited to say that today I have 9 years without a drink of alcohol. I was gonna say I have plenty of water, and that's my best friend right there. Should be everybody's best friend, water. But I wanted to come on here today and say how incredibly grateful I am to have 9 years sober from alcohol binging. A big reason I started to binge alcohol was my confusion and pain from gender dysphoria. And when I started heavily drinking in 2003, let me get this down here, it's a little shaky, that might help. When I began heavily drinking in 2003, there wasn't as much information out there in the world, on the internet, about gender dysphoria, about being transgender. And I know this depends too where you're located at. If you're in a major city, you might know some more people who are or have more resources. I wasn't in the middle of nowhere, but I was in the Midwest, and the resources that I found weren't the most helpful. I previously made a video about the doctor telling me that if I didn't transition, terrible things could happen, and how I had to be trans a certain way. So there wasn't, the best resources going on for me at the time. And I found comfort in the escape of alcohol, but quickly that comfort turned into just demons, just awful demons. I would drink until I blacked out just about every time. I didn't drink every single day, but definitely every week, and probably 5 nights out of the week, 6 nights out of the week. So just about every day. I just wanted to come on here real quick and document this beautiful day. Can I flip the camera around? All these beautiful flowers, beautiful trees. I'm thankful to be at my family's house right now, celebrating with them before I head back west. And let's see what else. I'm just super thankful. I honestly, y'all, don't think I'd still be alive. I was noticing some major health issues. I started just collapsing near the end of it. I think I was borderline diabetic. I was about 100 pounds overweight. It was not good. I would drink and drink and drink, and then I would eat and eat and eat and eat. So between the calories of drinking and the food, I just ballooned up. I was out of control, using food as a drug as well. How the hell did I stop? Well, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person, hence trans spirit, indigo. And I didn't realize it at the time. But see, for the first time, I truly asked for help. I closed my eyes. I asked my higher power. I called God, the angels. I said, please help me to stop drinking. Please take away the desire to drink, because that was a huge thing, is where I was drinking even when I didn't really want to drink. And that's when you really know you got an addiction, a negative attachment, whatever you want to call it, all of the above. When you're doing drugs and you don't even want to do drugs, sorry for the shakiness, this is totally impromptu and I didn't know I was going to make a video, so I'm just kind of holding it on my little gorilla pot in my hand, so it's a little wishy-washy, but I just couldn't stop even when I wanted to, and that was scary. So when I asked for help, something I've learned from the spiritual world is you have to ask for help. Now these are my personal beliefs with angels and such, but I believe that the angels can intervene when your life's in danger. But if your life isn't directly in danger, because this is a planet based on free will, we all have free will. Now, I had the free will to stop, but I didn't feel like I could. So I asked the angels for help. I hadn't really asked for help like that in 9 years of drinking, or excuse me, 8 years of drinking. That's the big thing, is I'm excited that this year marks the first year in my sobriety from alcohol that I can say I officially have 1 year longer sober than drunk. And I have been looking forward to that for 9 years. And I'm looking forward to saying next year that I have a decade. A decade. Oh my God. I mean, it's beautiful. There's still a lot of pain attached to it. You know, I can look at the negative side and say, look at all the time I wasted, all the time with my family I wasted, all the time I was wasted. But I know I can't focus on that. I have to focus on the positive. So anyway, back to asking the angels. I asked for help. I just declared it in my mind, out loud by myself. I said, please help me. Please help to take the desire away. And it worked. They helped me. Because the thing is something changed in me, in my energy, 9 years ago today, after asking for help. Now, I'm not going to lie. It took a few weeks. Because I remember asking for help, and it took a few weeks and several binges to get there. Because my ego was fighting it. I didn't want to let go of my security blanket. Because me quitting drinking I knew deep down was going to change my whole lifestyle. I was married to someone who drinks regularly. All my friends drank regularly. Playing out music in bars. I was like, how am I supposed to live without alcohol? But then I remembered, well, you lived for 18 years without alcohol just fine. So I knew that there had to be a possibility. My mother said something to me that when she said it, it wasn't mean, like the tone wasn't mean, but it wasn't sugar-coated. It was raw and real. And at one point she said, I don't think you're ever going to be able to make anything of your life unless you quit drinking. Because I've never been a casual drinker. Some people, like my girlfriend, she can have a drink or two like once a month and be fine. And it doesn't even, I mean, it always kind of concerns me because, you know, of my past, and I love her. But I'm honestly not concerned because I've been with her now for almost 5 years, and I've never seen any kind of red flag behavior from her. So she's an example for me of people that can have a drink. Some people can handle a drink. I'm not one of them. And I'm thankful to still know that. I asked the angels for help, and then that 9 years ago today, when I woke up, I had projectile vomited on my door. I woke up with vomit on me. I didn't know that'd be so hard to say. Damn. Well, it's the point of a vlog, getting raw and real. Yeah, man, it's upsetting, y'all. It's upsetting that I lacked so much self-love that I would wake up like that quite often. It's nervous laugh. No, it was bad. It was bad. So when I woke up that morning and there was vomit everywhere, I went out to the kitchen. We were renting this really cool, like 100-year-old house in St. Louis City. And so the windows were huge, like the size of the walls. And this light, the sunshine just poured into the kitchen. And I just felt it surrounding me. And in that moment, it was gone. Because even when I'd wake up from a binge, I'd still want to drink again. As crazy as that sounds. Hair of the dog, they call it. I'd want to keep drinking. Like if I woke up from a terrible binge like that, I would just be like, okay, how do I get better so I can get drinking again? Like, it's alcoholism. But that day, after all those prayers, it was gone. I felt it, the sunshine just poured in, and for the first time in 8 years, I did not want to drink. And something in my mind said, this is it, you're not drinking ever again. And I had a hard time believing it, because I had said that before. That's the thing too, I had had many relapses. I had even gone to rehab for a month. Relapsed 2 weeks later. Sometimes relapse is a part of a recovery. So if you relapse, please don't give up. I relapsed more times than I can count. It's not an excuse to keep drinking, but it can happen. And I don't want anyone to be discouraged and think, well, I've relapsed so many times I can't even do it. Yes, you can. And if you don't believe, if you're an atheist and you don't believe there's anything out there, oh my goodness, I don't know, could you just like pretend? Could you? I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone's beliefs, but a lot of times in AA they'll be like, well, if you don't believe in God, just, you know, call it source, in AA they'll tell you it's something greater than you, you know, it's like something outside of you. And I honestly, I shouldn't even say that, because I don't even remember if that's the exact words from AA, because I left AA. I'm stubborn like that. I didn't agree with all of the things about AA, although I think it's a great program and has saved many lives. And the tools I learned in AA, the handful of meetings I went to, handful of meetings, was very helpful. But I actually ended up quitting AA because the last meeting I went to, they told me I couldn't play music in bars anymore, which is totally understandable, but I wasn't having it. And what they didn't know is that for the last year of my drinking, I was actually playing music in bars and not drinking until I was done playing music, because music is my life. And I took music very seriously and still do. I can see where they're coming from, but I was like, nope, I'm not quitting playing music. I'm done. I'm going to do this my way. Well, thankfully, my way worked, but it doesn't always, and AA can be really great for some people. But if you feel like you need to do it your way and you know it's going to work, do you. You know, that's something I didn't appreciate, was they told me that I couldn't do it without them. It was between me and my belief system, what I believe to be God, angels. It was between me and that, you know. But yeah, it's just the desire went away, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I really couldn't. That's about it. I really hope that if you're dealing with this, you can get help. And I want you to know that you can do it. There were so many times I didn't believe I could actually do it. But here we are. And it's been 9 years, and I'm so thankful. I'm thankful that I took that journey. And the more time went by without a drink, the better I felt and more confident I felt. And I felt so great that I kept sticking with it. There's a fly on my phone. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with that. So don't give up on yourselves. Much love. See you next time.